Chocolate and Kimba are on this day. Welcome back to On This Day. Today's date is February 9th, 2024. It is the 40th day of the year. You got 326 days left. It is the 6th Friday in the 6th week and the 51st day of winter. 39 days left until spring, and today is National Chocolate Day. Many chocolate lovers would say that the history of chocolate is directly related to the history of human happiness. It's a bit much, but okay. For thousands of years, the coca bean has been enjoyed and appreciated for its incredible benefits. The Mayans were one of the first groups of people that were known to use the coca bean, and they used it to make a drink during wedding ceremonies. One thing leads to another, and Milton Hershey adds some milk to the product, and an industry is created. Actually, chocolate used to be a very expensive delicacy. It was usually dark, rich chocolate. Then Milton Hershey came along and started producing milk chocolate. Now there's a lot that goes into that story, but that's the basic twist of it. Now the chocolate barons of the day hated this. He was creating a product that people liked more than dark chocolate for pennies on the dollar. It turned into this whole big thing to where these coca barons, chocolate barons, started rumors and made accusations that he was actually hiring pirates to board their ships as they brought it to Europe and steal all the coca beans and the chocolate. Then he'd bring it to the United States, add milk to it, and sell it to people. So they were trying to make him look bad. There's an urban legend that Milton Hershey owned the Pittsburgh Pirates, and he named them the Pirates because, they said he was hiring pirates to steal chocolate. This isn't true. Long time ago, like in the 1800s, they basically offered money to a player on another team to come play with them, and newspaper guy called them pirates for doing this. I did read one thing that said that the Milton Hershey situation did play a part in them keeping the name, but he never owned the pirates. Milton Hershey did actually dodge a bullet one time. He had tickets to be on the Titanic. Different reports say that hours before, and some say days and weeks before, he had to cancel his tickets because of a pressing business matter that he had to be there for. We all know how that worked out. All right, let's see what else February 9th has given us. 1870, U.S. President Ulysses S. Grant signs a joint resolution of Congress establishing the U.S. Weather Bureau. 1942, year-round daylight savings, aka wartime, is reinstated in the United States as a wartime measure to help conserve energy resources. 1964, the Beatles make their first appearance on The Ed Sullivan Show, performing before a record-setting audience of 73 million viewers across the United States. This was years before I was born, but my mom said it was a giant deal at the time. 1986, Halley's Comet last appeared in the inner solar system. Now this was when I was in high school, and it was quite the big deal. Even more so knowing that I'll never be able to see it again. Next time it comes around, my granddaughter will be about the age I am currently. 2001, the Ehime Maru and the USS Greeneville Collision takes place, killing 9 of the 35 people on board the Japanese Fishery High School training ship, leaving the USS Greeneville with $2 million in damages. So this was a pretty bad situation. On February 9th, USS Greenville, a Navy nuclear-powered attack submarine, prepared to depart Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, to perform a public relations mission as part of the United States Navy's Distinguished Visitor Embarkation Program. The program took civilians, members of Congress, journalists, and other opinion makers, as they called it, for a ride on a nuclear vessel. 2 people that were on there were Tipper Gore and James Cameron, who did the Titanic and Avatar, movie director. So as the ship set out into the ocean with these distinguished people and crew on there, the captain realized that the analog video signal display unit wasn't working. They decided to go anyway, and they'd fix it while they were out at sea. Never really got working again. Everyone was having a good time. They were doing some different maneuvers and all these cool things that a submarine can do. And as the grand finale, they were going to do something called emergency deep, where they blow the ballast, which they use high pressure air to blow all the water out of the ship, and basically it shoots up to the top from about 400 feet to the surface in a matter of seconds. And keep in mind, this is a big piece of equipment, the size of a building almost. Very thin building, but if you ever watch the movie Red October, they do that in Red October. Before they did that, they did the normal checks with sonar, and they didn't see any ships within 7 kilometers of where they were doing this, which they figured was safe. They are required to go up to periscope depth and look around to make sure nothing's around, and they just didn't see this high school fishing vessel. It was there. Sonar really wasn't picking it up either, so they went back down a little bit, and then they did this, and as they came up, they hit the fishing vessel. In the end, 9 people on the Emimaru, including 3 crew members, 4 high school students, and 2 teachers, died. The Greenville only had some damage. As you can imagine, there was all kinds of investigations and everything, and the Navy finally determined that the captain shouldn't be court-martialed, but the admiral at the time gave him a reprimand. He lost pay for a few months and got a thing on his record that said he was derelict in his duty, which kind of puts an end to most people's career. Basically, the submarine Captain Waddle was put on desk duty, and he officially retired on October 1st, 2001. He just determined that he did everything he was supposed to and all the rules were followed. Something was just missed. It was a tragic accident. 2018, the Winter Olympics opening ceremony is performed in Pyongyang, South Korea. I'm working on a video for my other channel about how the Olympics have basically bankrupted every city they've been to in the last 40 years. It really is a losing proposition. 2021, Donald Trump's second impeachment trial begins. That one should probably be the deep dive, and I understand that, but I try and stay away from politics on this channel. I don't want any of that nonsense being brought over this one. Movies released on February 9th, 2001, Saving Silverman. This was a pretty good movie. It was a, kids type movie. It was pretty good. 3 longtime friends named Wayne, Darren, and JD are rock fanatics and huge fans of Neil Diamond. Frustrated with Darren's girlfriend's controlling nature, both Wayne and JD will try anything to sabotage their relationship. They had a band that, they played bars and stuff called 3 Diamonds. Well, then his girlfriend kind of ruins it, so it's 2 diamonds, and it just wasn't working out well. Pretty cute movie if you ever get a chance. Born on February 9th, 1943, Joe Pesci, iconic tough guy actor who starred in Martin Scorsese's films Goodfellas, Raging Bull, and Casino. His performance in Raging Bull earned him an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor. He also played the title character in 1992's My Cousin Vinny. Great movie. And he was one of the dim-witted burglars in the Home Alone films. He's kind of fallen off the map. He was in, The Irishman with Robert De Niro, Martin Scorsese, Al Pacino, Harvey Keitel. Everyone was in that movie. That was only on Netflix. Great movie. And then that was it, 2019. I haven't seen him in much of anything since then. I guess he retired. Died on February 9th, 1989, Osamu Tezuka, Japanese cartoonist most recognized for his contributions to anime, including Kimba the White Lion and Metropolis. He was also one of the most prolific artists in the field for over 700 stories spanning 170,000 pages to his credit. I loved Kimba the White Lion as a kid. I watched Speed Racer too. Didn't know it was called anime back then. I just thought it was called cartoons. He was once dubbed the Godfather of Anime. He developed the distinct large-eyed characteristic of Japanese animation. They all use it now. Tezuka died of stomach cancer on February 9th, 1989 in Tokyo. His last words were, "I'm begging you, let me work," spoken to a nurse who had tried to take away his drawing equipment. There's a little bit of controversy because The Lion King basically follows the same story as Kimba the White Lion, and it's like they never gave him any credit and they tried to act like that wasn't the inspiration for it, but if you watch both of them, it pretty much is. Alright, that's today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you got some information out of it. Now go out, have a great day, be nice to each other.